Welcome to our show today, everyone. I appreciate you all coming here. To change the relationship, we have with us today King Leopold II of Belgium and African Congo tribe leader Amadi. Have a seat, gentlemen, and get ready for a change in your life. So, I understand that your countries have been having many problems ever since Belgium began colonizing the Congo towards the end of the 19th century.
Yes, that's correct.
Would you mind telling me what kind of problems have been happening?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's no problem with huge consequence between us. The biggest issue is the Africans' unwillingness to cooperate with the plans we have for them.
You only say that because you have never even been to the Congo. You have no idea what kind of thing goes on in rubber plantations.
Now, let's all take a deep breath. Amadi, could you tell us what you think the main problems are?
That's a simple question with a complicated answer. The moment the Belgians first stepped on our land, they treated us as their own. They didn't ask us whether they could build rubber plantations or exploit our land. They built small plantations, which grew into small towns and cities. They eradicated some of our villages to make room for more settlements and plantations. And
We needed room. You had so much economic potential, and that was just sitting there, going to waste. You really should be thanking us for harnessing your land's capabilities.
Leopold, let Amadi continue with his side of the story.
thank you so much, Doctor. They sentenced us to smaller and smaller plots of land to make room for their terrible advances. And then they began forcing our people to work for them. In the early years of the 20th century, a labor law was passed in the Congo, making us work for them with minuscule or no pay. All they want to do is maximize their own stupid profits.
So basically, you think the Belgians have no right to use your land or your people.
Yes.
Leopold, what do you have to say about this?
In 1884, the Berlin Conference legitimized our power over these people. We have documents proving that the land belongs to us. I am the true leader of this land. It is my right to reap its economic benefits.
Psh, the Berlin Conference was a sham. Ask any African, and they'll agree. It's a dumb conference that was put together by Europeans who don't really know anything about Africa. No Africans were involved.
Is this true?
Well, yes, but all of Europe can't pull out of Africa now, not with all the improvements we've made.
Improvements? Do you think that massacring hundreds of natives, using the land until it no longer is fertile, and filling the entire continent with gigantic machinery is improvements?
Not those things. No, but think of all the other benefits.
What benefits?
Well, Amadi mentioned that you pushed his people off their land and forced them to work for you. Did you do anything for their benefit?
Yes, we have sent hundreds of missionaries into the Congo to educate the natives. In the newly built towns, we've created schools to teach the children basic language and civilization skills.
Oh, of course. I forgot about the schools. Those wonderful schools that steal away our children to teach them how to be cold, heartless Europeans. What is so wrong with our language and our way of life? Nothing. You think it's wrong because it's different from yours.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Why do you think the Africans are uncivilized, Leopold?
Well, to start, they have no roads, and their clothes are crudely made and disgustingly revealing.
We live the way it is sensible to live in the jungle. Then again, I wouldn't expect a man who is ready to hew down all the trees in the jungle for a road to understand. The land is important. You have to treat it well.
Culture is a conflict that can rarely be settled easily. The only solution to this problem is to agree to disagree. You two have completely different cultures, neither better than the other. Leopold, you have to let the Africans have their own culture, and Amadi, you have to let the Belgians have their own culture as well. Understood? Now, I'd like to get back to the economic issues at hand. Amadi, could you explain your problems again?
They are exploiting our people and our land without our permission.
Leopold,
They can't seem to realize the importance of creating a strong economic system.
what is the main export of the Congo?
Rubber.
So, the Belgians have created rubber plantations and used native Africans as workers?
Yes, they force our people to work.
Could you explain what you mean by force?
Well, they whip us if we don't work, threaten to kill our family members, burn our villages. The list is endless. If you try to run away from the plantations, they shoot you in the back and mount your head on a plank as a warning for others.
Human taxidermy? That's disgusting.
It's a necessary measure.
It wouldn't be unnecessary It wouldn't be necessary if you didn't set such unreasonable expectations. We can only collect so much rubber before the tree runs out.
We can't fall behind on all the rubber exporters. There have been so many new inventions that need rubber. The invention of the rubber tire alone expanded our profits.
It's wonderful that you've experienced such economic growth, Legal, but you have to think of the consequences. You've really done some terrible things. Massacres, village burnings, and human taxidermy are not the way you want to get things done. If you paid these people to work for you, give them a plot of land, and stop mounting their heads on planks, I'm sure there would be far fewer labor uprisings.
All right, that sounds pretty reasonable.
We'll start with these little steps. Maybe it will get better after all.
No more of those things, Legal. They have to stop. And Amadi, you have to make sure to quell the uprisings. They're trying to compromise.
Okay.
I'll do my best, and thank you so much for your help, Doctor.
Yes, thank you.
No problem at all, just another conflict resolved. I hope Belgium and the Congo continue to prosper. Thank you all for coming today.